of the many trending stories this morning. Our friend Nyesom Wike is trending again this morning, and this time is trending for demolition of houses and structures in Abuja. And yet, Nyesom Wike has vowed to demolish all shanties, posing security threat to the FCT. And particularly why Nyesom Wike is trending is because the very dark man early this morning visited some places, and to look at the condition of some of those people that were their homes were demolished. And of course, he said they were in a pitiful situation and sorry sight. But my question is, two questions I have to ask here. Were they not given a timeline to vacate those places, which of course I'm sure they were given? And also, did they have permission, or did they buy those lands or those properties? But again, government must also have empathy. Government must also carry out, some of those things with
human face.
And sometimes, yes, the people can actually push you. The people can actually want to damn all consequences and say, what will you do? But also, when you have children involved, when you have pregnant women, when you have mothers, you also need to just look at how this thing can be resolved without necessarily putting people in misery, even though we know that two wrongs don't make a right.
And was anyway, there an arrangement made to move them to a safe place?
I don't think so. The place was, those places were demolished and they were left to to take care of themselves.
Abimbola, you have said it all. We are not saying that the former governor of Rivers State, who is now the FCT minister, should not return Abuja to what it ought to be in terms of fiscal planning layouts. But if you want to take certain steps, please try and put some human face. Some of his utterances, I don't like it. Yeah. It sounds too cocky, and it sounds like he's not talking to human beings. Yeah. We're not saying you should not demolish.
Yeah, an example would be, I saw a picture somewhere else this morning. I think it was posted by the Commissioner for the Environment, Honorable Tokunbo Wahab, where even in England, you had council officials taking away tens of homeless people, from town and from. So again, it happens everywhere. But when these things start happen, what are you saying to them? What manner? What's the approach that you've given to those people? Have you had meetings with them? Have you given out enough time for them to also find? Are you even thinking of compensations, even if you're not going to do full compensations? Yes, they might not have the right to stay there. Yes, they might not have bought those lands legally, but they are there. And something needs to happen, especially for those who have families there. So we must also look at how these things can be done with some kind of kindness. You must show empathy. And like Ajibola said, you are a government official. You must not be uncouth. You have to choose the kind of words that you speak to people. I know that humans can test your patience. We're all human beings now. Sometimes you push the limit buttons of people, especially government officials, saying that, what can you do? We're all citizens. We all own Abuja together. Hello.
There was a press conference that I watched yesterday on a particular TV station on the Lagos-Calabar coastal road. Did you watch it?
Is it Umahi?
Yes.
Of which one? That woman?
When the minister was telling the woman that keep quiet, they will drag you out, police push the woman out, they played all the clips back to back. And those were Nigerians in the diaspora who came to invest in Nigeria. They had a press conference yesterday calling on Mr. President to call the minister to order.
Again, we need to also let our public officials know that you are there
to serve the people,
to serve. It is not a military era where you just command people. The people have a right to speak. They have a right to talk. They have a right to make known their grievances. And that particular woman, she was making a point.
Honestly.
Yeah. She was making a point.
So
she had a case. She wanted clarification. Her land was taken away from her. No compensation. And so, it was, sometimes...
The human face.
Aside the human face, it was also a fantastic opportunity for the minister to have played a human's job there, and all you needed was to placate her. All you needed to have done, do you have your plans? Do you have your papers? Let's talk about these things. How can you say that they'll bundle her out? Is she a goat?
You know, they always feel superior, like the people are inferior to them, and the Nigerian people are nobody. But when it is time for
Nigerian
election,
people that put you where you are.
they will come begging.
Cup in hand. Okay.
This is well.
All right, that's what's trending on socials today, even the other stories are also trending there. We'll take a quick break. When we return, part one of our conversation will be here this morning, and today we're going back to the issue of pricing in the petroleum sector. They're still dilly-dallying around petroleum pricing.
Will this issue ever go away?
Okay, and so today we're probably looking at the politics in the prices of petroleum products in Nigeria, particularly PMS.